This is Chet Holmgren, and I'm down to dunk.
This is AJ Mitchell, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Alex Crusoe, and I'm down to dunk.
It's like baby bottle pop. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. This is Adam Flagler, and I'm down to dunk.
Hey, it's Isaiah Hartenstein, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Cason Wallace, and I'm down to dunk.
I can't spell Lucas. Hey, how do you spell Lucas? How do you spell Lucas?
This is Lou Dort, and I'm down to Dort.
This is Nikola Topic, and I'm down to dunk.
This is Dylan Jones, and I'm down to dunk. This is Isaiah Joe, and I'm down to dunk.
And there's probably like 50 to 75 Beanie Babies.
Give me like your top 3 Pokemon.
Brother, I can't even name.
This is Jay Will, and I'm down to dunk.
Sometimes the way his brain works is it leaves a lot to be desired.
This is Kenrich Williams, and I'm down to dunk.
Charmander.
Yeah.
Charmander. Or you're more of a Charmeleon guy.
Charmeleon.
This is Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and I'm down to dunk.
Schlecht. You know what
Schlecht?
it means? Yeah.
That means like bad.
It means bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Well, it was a good interview, so it wasn't bad.
J-Dub, year 3, and I'm down to dunk for the 3rd time. Thank you.
Welcome to Down to Dunk. I'm your host, Andrew Schlecht. We're part of the Athletic Podcast Network. Before we get to my good friend, Michele Berra, I want to tell you about 2 other friends, Aaron and Drew Reese of Shelter Insurance. You can text or call Drew, 405-478-7714. Text or call Aaron, 405-773-5500. These are guys that, listen, are part of one of the best insurance companies across the board. They were ranked number 1 on the Forbes list of the world's best auto insurance companies. And right here in Oklahoma, they've been ranked number 1 in customer satisfaction by J.D. Power 6 out of the last 7 years. And they're just great guys. I know both of them. And you know what? You should know both of them too. Give them a call or text today. They can help you protect the things in life that, you know what, you need to protect. Your house, your car, something's probably going to happen. I hate to tell you this. You're not the exception. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but the good news is you can have good insurance if you call or text Aaron or Drew Reese at Shelter Insurance. Thank you so much for supporting Down to Dunk and the Oklahoma City Thunder. With me today at a very normal time on a Monday is my good friend, Michele Berra. Michele, what's up?
Well, it's good to be back on the normal, like 8:20 kind of time for me, which is just after dinner. Very nice. And this brought to me memories from the past that are completely unrelated to anything that is happening here. But it was kind of betting our life on technology to help us. Do you remember when we used to do podcasts on Skype?
Yeah.
And it was always an adventure because my Wi-Fi was worse than yours by a landslide, and you wanted to do it with video and we couldn't. So it was I just thought about that. I said, well, we came a long way. Now we have HD cameras. We can see each other like moving our lips instead of guessing that those squares on the screen were you trying to talk.
I remember it quite well. Skype was, and this is something that, I mean, a lot of it, like the technology advancement was kind of like born out of the pandemic, just because like we needed some way to connect, and it just kind of just fast forwarded all this tech, which has been really helpful for podcasting, certainly. But yeah, we used to use Skype all the time. You could call people. I would call people like on their phones, even for Down to Dunk at times, and we would do podcasts via Skype, people on the phone. Like our first interactions were on Skype, or our first interactions were via Twitter in like 2014 or 2015.
Correct.
But first time we like talked was on Skype, and we
talking about Damos.
Talking about Domas, man. We were talking about Donovan Mitchell too, Oh
yeah. I remember when we said, we were talking about him, but then when the wingspan thing came up, we just both said, not going to happen. Not going to happen for OKC.
Yeah, he's going to rise way above that 21st pick that eventually became our nightmare in Terrence Ferguson, okay? That's what happened.
Yeah, that was like the Well, I would say that in that draft, we were pretty good. Like spotting Derek White as one possible very good player.
That was our guy. Yeah.
We were very, very convinced on him. And we were like wrong many times earlier than that and like after that and before that. But Derek White is one of the we knew that he could be a good player. And for Taylor Venus in the chat, yes, this is obviously Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I read them multiple times. I'm kind of a fanatic. I can talk about spells all day, but it's not this day.
Who's your favorite Harry Potter character?
Good question. Is probably Remus Lupin.
Oh, Lupin.
Yeah. He is just an amazing human being.
Yeah, he is.
Just a flawed human being, but also very good.
Yeah, that's a good one. Wow, I was not prepared for you to say that. That's good. I like that. That's a.
I thought that I was going with, hey, I really like Dumbledore, which in Italian has another name, by the way.
Oh, really? What is it?
Albus Silente. Which, why? Why do you have to do that?
It is so weird. It is so funny.
Those surnames are sounds mostly.
Yeah.
For example, Snape. It means a lot in English. In Italian, it means nothing. So it's called Piton, like the snake, the very big snake constrictor. That it's called Piton in Italian. So these kind of things, which helps because you capture the sound of the word.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really funny. Well, I don't have a good way to transition except for it's being rumored right now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to be a guy on Fortnite. I don't know. He's going to be a Fortnite skin. He's going to have the emote where I think he's going to do this.
Wow.
Which is the J-Dub 3 celebration. So yeah, that's cool. My kids were very excited when I told them that.
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's true. If it's not true, it's going to be a very sad day. Not a sad day today because today is Chet Holmgren Day. Happy Chet Holmgren Day to everybody. We've got 2 more days left. Tomorrow is J-Dub Day, and then Wednesday is Shea Day. So shout out to the Thunder players, man. Still, we're 5 weeks out of winning a championship, and it's incredible still.
Yeah.
Just stuff all over Oklahoma City about it. I can't walk hardly anywhere, go anywhere without seeing a championship shirt or a hat or something. It's very cool. The celebration continues. Champion Nikola Topic is going to play for the Serbian national team in Eurobasket. That's at the end of August. I'm curious to see how much is this guy actually going to play? What does that look like? There's a lot of good players on the Serbian national team, and obviously headlined by Nikola Jokic. So it's good for him to get experience like that and to play with players like that.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Gray Pape says that Topic won't make the final roster. He may not. It's still good for him to get exposure with them. But who knows? Anyways, anything else that I'm missing? I'm trying to think of anything else that's happened. Anything Thunder adjacent even at this point. I think that's about it.
No, there is a very important thing that you missed. I was on X yesterday for some reason, or last week, I don't remember exactly. And I saw a tweet that basically it was from one of these StatMuse / stuff like that. And there was a picture of KD, Dirk, and there was another old player that I'm missing right now. Kristaps maybe. And saying, guess what basically connects them. And basically those are top 3 in games with 2 threes and 2 blocks. And my mind went, yeah, that's not going to last between Wemby and Chet, especially Chet, of course.
Yeah.
That would be something that changes pretty quickly. Like the
Yeah.
leadership on that very random category. I'm not sure why you should have known that, but I thought that it was like a weird enough tweet that, I mean, Chet Holmgren is a very special player. When he will be in his full realized form, like a guy that can hit two threes on average on every game, in average 2 blocks. That is very, very, I would say, rare in the NBA as we know it right now. I know that with Wemby, that is more the thing. And also Mobley was kind of this same prototypical player. But, I mean, Chet is going to be great at that and many other things.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Chet has barely scratched the surface of what he can be.
Yeah.
As an offensive player, certainly. And even as a defensive player, like he's going to get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
He played a lot of 4 this year. And some of it is that Isaiah Hartenstein is one of the best 5 players on the team this year. And so to get all 5 guys on the court, he's got to play the 4. But eventually I believe he's going to be like full-time 5, and they'll play him some with bigs. But I think for the most part, like the ultimate destiny of Chet, in my opinion, is that he is going to be a 5 that stretches the floor, that shoots it at a high level, that defends the rim at the highest level in the league. And he's such a unique player, player. So it's really cool that he gets to be here in OKC. Let's see. Oh, I did want to bring this up. So there's a podcast called Ball. Shout out to Ball. We might be having a collab between Ball and Slam and Jam this week, which will be really fun. And they were doing the worst trades of the last 15 years was their episode. And they brought up the Blake Griffin trade from the Clippers to the Pistons. And what I did not remember was that the Pistons pick that they traded to the Clippers was the pick that became Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And so there's like Shai is like almost like traded hand, like not that they would have definitely taken Shai had the Pistons had that pick, but they would have had the opportunity to take Shai had they kept that pick. I just think like that just kind of blew my mind. And that basically it's like Detroit, the Clippers who traded him when they had him, and Charlotte, all teams that could have had Shai, and obviously all the teams that drafted before them as well. But the fact that it was that specific pick is just wild. So I just want to give a quick thank you to Stan Van Gundy for allowing this all to happen. Without you, Stan Van, without you trading for Blake Griffin, a guy who was at the very end of his rope before he was done in Detroit, trading that draft pick that eventually became part of this big trade. Without you, none of this happens. So huge shout out to Stan Van Gundy. Kind of a lost guy in the Thunder's championship run here, but you know what? Without Stan Van, wheeling and dealing as the coach GM, I don't think there's a championship here in OKC. So big shouts to Stan Van for allowing this to all kick into gear. So
yeah, and also to the Clippers franchise that basically moved away from Blake when everybody thought that this was such a horrible and disrespectful move to Blake that was just heart and soul of the team. And in 2 years, nobody really remembers about that. And the Clippers then moving Shai to get the duo that they thought they could really bring the team up. And instead, it's just not happened. So even if you look at it from the Clippers standpoint, you have Blake, you have your homegrown talent, you pick him number 1, he's your guy, you move away, and in a span of 2-3 years, you don't have nothing to show for.
Yeah.
And the team that had the trade with you because of that trade, wins it. Because right now it's not an if or when, it's actually happened. So it is a certainty that OKC won a title with the goods stolen from the Clippers. Well, not stolen, that they got from the Clippers in a very fair trade that went like really sideways. But
Yeah. It is crazy. And the fact that the Thunder acquired the first and second best player to a championship in one trade
by that
is
trade, yeah.
in a crazy stat. It's a crazy stat. I just can't believe it. And it's just funny, like Detroit, Charlotte, Clippers, like that's like that pick changed hands several times before it eventually landed on the Clippers. And then traded to OKC, and the fact that they drafted J-Dub is just wild. It's just absolutely wild to me that occurred. So I always kind of forget about the Detroit piece of that. And what Oklahoma roots with Blake Griffin. Who knew that Blake Griffin was helping the Thunder out too?
He is the Oklahoman that led Oklahoma to a title.
Yeah.
By the way, you said like NBA champion Nikola Tupic.
Yeah.
Can you say it with Oos? Are you actually able to say it?
Oh, you don't think that I can say anything?
No, I know that I can, but do you want to say that to?
Yeah, NBA champion Usman Jang. Yeah.
Wow, you
Good
said it.
Draft picks to get him. Yeah. No, that's great. That's wonderful.
Okay.
It's wonderful.
Wow.
I mean, listen, the Oos thing.
He's an NBA champion, so
he's an NBA champion.
Actually, factually correct.
And he's a G League champion. There's nothing we can do to take away either one of those things from Oos. He will go down in history as an NBA champion. Sure, we can definitely say it. Shout out to the Oos, man. I like Oos just fine. I just don't think he's gonna make it on the Thunder, and there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. It's hard. It's like I think that we underestimate how difficult it is, and the high level that you have to hit.
Yeah.
To be a rotation player on this team, it is the bar is set so high.
Yeah.
The bar is set so incredibly high. I think Oos could probably play for a lot of teams. It's just hard for him to play for this team.
A lot of teams. Like 4.
There's a lot of bad teams. 4 is a lot. I mean, if you could tell
if 4 is a lot, then yes.
Dude,
it is a lot. Like if you say, hey, I have 4 kids, that is a lot of kids.
It's a lot. It's a lot. It's okay to say. It's okay to say it's a lot. It's all right. You can play for a lot of teams.
Yeah, that is again factually correct. Great.
Yes. I'll give a shout out to in the chat NWL. His name is Paxton. He's in the chat. Shout out to Pax. He was in my group at camp, and he's been in my group at camp for years now. He's one of my son's friends. Is in the chat. So big shout out to him. I don't want to degrade Oos at all. Like, I don't need to keep degrading Oos moving forward. But it's just hard. It's just hard. It's just really hard to make this team. And like I wonder about Topic, and that's going to bring me into it. We're going to now veer into kind of the main topic of today. Is like I have, let's see, 8 statements that I'm going to read, and these are predictions. Michele, you have to bet your life on whether this is going to happen or not. And we'll start with Nikola Topic. Here's the statement. Would you bet your life on this happening? Nikola Topic will be in the playoff rotation in the 2027 playoffs.
Define playoff rotation.
That he is getting
Isaiah Joe level this year?
Yeah, Isaiah Joe's in the rotation. We'll say that.
But AJ Mitchell wasn't.
No. AJ Mitchell just like getting just like, hey, wait a minute, there's AJ Mitchell. Like those aren't rotation minutes.
Okay. So on a scale from I will jump without the parachute, like because I know that there is a safety net, to parachuting to, hey, I'm not jumping at all. I'm probably with the jumping with a parachute. So I'm confident
This
that
is
he.
just really more of like you're just gonna die or you're not.
Yeah, but you can die with a parachute. You just it's a little bit less likely. It's less like. Well, if I do it with no experience, I will probably die anyway. So it's hey, yeah. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna jump at all.
Like you don't think he's gonna make the rotation? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that 2027
Yeah,
is not an easy.
it's
I mean,
his.
on the one hand, I know that Mark plays basically everyone.
Yeah,
So in order for me not to bet on it, it means betting on. Do I have no injuries whatsoever?
yeah. This is not like a hey. The circumstances led to it happening, but normally he may have not been. No, it's like Nikola Topic in year 2, which
Mhm.
would really be like his 3rd year, kind of like where Chet was. Like Nikola Topic in year 2 with the Thunder is good enough to play anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes a night for the playoff team. Like that's how good he is.
10 minutes. 10 minutes, I would probably be. I mean, I don't think that he will crack 10 minutes. I think that he will play. To bet my life,
Yeah.
no, I'm not betting my life on Topic.
Okay. All right.
With a parachute, yes.
We
My
finally
life,
got
no.
the answer is that you're not betting on it.
No, I'm not.
It's going to be really fascinating to see how it works because even with Oos, like it's hard. Like the train was moving
Mhm.
when Oos even joined the team, and it started going faster and faster the longer he was with the team. I think it was just hard for him to get on. Some of it was like there's injury stuff with him, and then there's also just like motor stuff with him that exists.
Yeah.
And just like playing with force is something that Mark says all the time, and it's something that you look at Oos, and it's like, man, he just doesn't play with a lot of force, and
That is the thing that I'm scared the most. Like the fact that he is not able, the Topic will not be able to apply the force that is needed.
Yeah.
I think that Topic will be in the rotation in the regular season already this year in spots. And I think that he will have a legit chance next year. But I also think that there is a chance for him not to be good enough defensively, nor in terms of strength, where playoffs are not going to be your thing. If you say to me, well, does he make an appearance in the playoffs? Is he part of some of the games? I would probably bet on that. Not my life, but still probably bet on that to happen. But if you ask me 10 minutes, regular 10 minutes, exactly as Isaiah Joe or Wiggs, then no.
Yeah. And I mean, he's another guy that's drafted around the same spot as Oos, and there's just no guarantees. Like, there's just no guarantees with him. It is going to be
a better
really
prospect than Oos. I think Topic is a better prospect than Oos.
I like him a lot better as a prospect. He's just a very unusual player.
Yeah.
And like unusual players, I think are worth taking swings on. They can be very boom or bust. But like if Topic really works and he works on this team and he's just like, he becomes essentially their 6th man where he comes off the bench, handles the ball. He can play a lot with the starting unit as well. And he is a guy, I mean, it's kind of the vision they had for Josh whenever they sat him down before they traded him for Giddey. He was like, hey, we would love to have a guy off the bench that can run the offense and that can kind of get things churning for this team. And if Topic is a player that we've talked about this becomes as good as Josh Giddey, then like absolutely he'll be in the rotation. Like I believe he will come off the bench. The thing that is tough though, I think I've said this on this show, or I've said it on Dream Team or somewhere else, is that like there's just not really any real weak spots in the defense. Like Isaiah Joe is probably the weakest spot in the defense.
Yeah.
And Topic, is probably going to come in a level below that. And so to me, it's how quickly can he acclimate to the physicality of the NBA? And how quickly can he become a part of the team defense in a way that is usable for them. He in summer league he found his way to a lot of steals.
Mhm.
Was surprising in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
So like if he can be disruptive like he was in summer league, then great. Like you can be a part of it because you're just allowing this team to play super fast.
Yeah.
Um,
But the bet on Topic, to me, the non-bet on Topic to me is the betting on other guys. Because I mean, AJ Mitchell was not on the playoff rotations. And I do think that AJ will be part of it.
yeah,
And there is just a number of players that you can stretch into a playoff rotation. I think that Jay will have a lot of juice for that last spot.
Yeah.
So to me, that's not, hey, he's not going to make it. It's more, there are other prospects that are better equipped in my eyes today to get that 8th, 9th spot, which is the actual playoff rotation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that
In year 2.
The thing that will likely get in the way is AJ.
Yeah.
AJ is really good. He's already really good. And if anything gets in the way of the development of Topic, it's 1, he's not ready defensively, and then 2, AJ Mitchell's really good. He's going to come in right away and make an impact on both ends. It's easier to fit AJ in off ball.
Yeah. This is what Great Baby is saying. Great Baby is saying in the chat that when he was like playing before getting hurt, he was shooting very well. Not at the volume that I want him to shoot, or not I want him to shoot, but hey. But he can get it up. And if he can just take like 4 or 5 threes and nailing like 38% of them, that is a hard player to keep on the bench.
Yeah. And there's already an affinity for him from the coaching staff. And he's like, and I mean, like I've talked to him several times and did a quick interview with him after the championship, if they won the championship. Like he is always like easy to talk to, down to earth guy. Like there's a lot to like about him personality wise. Not that there's not with Topic. I think he possesses a lot of really good things personality wise too. But when you're as good as AJ is, when you're as good of a teammate as he is, when you're as good of a person as he is, it's hard to keep those guys off the court. It's just really, really difficult. And AJ, I think, has the ability to get a lot better too. He was really good in summer league, and like all of that should be taken with an entire salt shaker of salt. But what we saw was really good. Okay, second one, Jalen Williams, and you can tell me how you feel about all 3 of these. Will either make the first, second, or third team All NBA this next year.
If it's not getting injured, then I would actually bet a lot.
Okay,
I'm ready to.
What about for each team? Like, what would you bet? Like, where do you think he lands? I guess would be the part of the question.
I think that one of them, it's life. The second team, I would be okay in bungee jumping.
Okay.
And the first one, I would probably not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I would bet.
It's so hard to make the first team.
Yeah.
Especially when you have the MVP on your team already.
Yeah. OKC would have to be like an historically great team, like meaning 73, 74 wins.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think
and if that happens, but like, would you bet on that? I'm not sure that next year OKC's main focus will be on chasing 70. I mean, they won 67 with.
They could do it anyways.
They could do it anyways, but it takes. I'm going to say something very stupid, but to win 70. You just need to improve a tiny bit from last year in order to win, like to lose just 8 games. That is very difficult. Like,
like you basically need like no injuries.
Yeah.
And you need like everybody has to take like everyone has to like level up, in my opinion, to actually get there. which is in the realm of possibilities, which is the crazy thing about this team and about the position that they're in, is that it's possible. Like it is possible for them to do this. Is it
There is
probable?
also
Probably not.
There's also another way in which he gets the number one All NBA team. Is that if he is just so improved from this year, say that he comes in when he is finally back from the injury and starts taking like 8 threes and making 43% of them, and just skyrockets to 28, 29 points, efficient points. Like basically going toe and toe with Shea. It's not impossible to have the narrative that, oh, okay, Shea is having like a year where he's not really focused on being scorching hot for the entire year, and he's letting Dub just shining for an entire season. And you can have one Shea Gilgeous-Alexander in the second All NBA, which sounds like stupid, and J-Dub on the first team. But yeah, it has to be something crazy. And I think that if you have that, you probably win 70 games anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that is certainly possible. Like this team has the chance to be like one of the most exceptional teams in the history of the NBA.
Yeah.
That's what we're talking about. Because the top 3 guys are unquestioned. And we're talking about Chet, who's played a year and a half of NBA basketball.
Mm-hmm.
J-Dub, who just finished his 3rd year and did what he did in the playoffs on a bum wrist. And we're talking about the MVP of the NBA, a guy who's going to be in Fortnite. Okay? This has the chance to be a historic team. And then we're not even talking about everything else that they have. Like they have another year of Hartenstein. And like the Chet and Hartenstein stuff didn't even I don't think that they really figured it out. I think that they were still in process while they were winning the title. So you get to figure out some of that. I think Cason Wallace is going to take a step up. I think AJ Mitchell is going to help. I think that guys like Aaron Wiggins can get better. And
Aaron Wiggins is improving year by year.
Yeah.
And I think that we should talk about it a little bit more. I'm not saying that we are not talking about it, but this guy, he won them 2 very difficult playoffs game with his shooting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That is not an easy feat. That is something that probably only Shea and Dub and maybe Caruso and at points Chet did in this postseason. You can say that Lou Dort had his moment, but Wiggs had as many offensive moments. Like there was like one final game where he was just on fire.
Yeah.
Like that guy can get better.
Yeah. I think he will get better.
Yeah.
I think if he's if he's a contender for the 6th man of the year, maybe he won't win it, but like by season's end, he's like 4th or 5th and 6th man of the year. Like that would not be
surprised. No, I would not bet my life on it, but I would
bet on it. But yeah.
But would you bet your life that it doesn't happen? No.
I think it's in the realm of possibilities. I think that he's that talented of a scorer. And it also would bring the fans and the organization so much joy for that to happen.
Yeah.
Like this guy who's 55th pick in the draft who saved basketball and is, had the speech that he had the day of the parade.
A legendary speech.
I mean, it would be incredible if he did that. It would be incredible. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. I have a bunch more questions to run through on betting Michele's life. Will Michele live or die? Let's find out. We'll be right back. And we're back after that quick break. I want to tell you about my friends over at Ring Family Dentistry. They take a straightforward and honest approach to dental care. Doctors Phil and Brennan Ring believe in keeping what's healthy, fixing what's not, and only replacing what truly needs it. No pressure, no upselling, just clear explanations and thoughtful recommendations and decisions that are always up to you. Ring Family Dentistry is a true family practice with a laid-back vibe, modern tech, and high-quality work, including same-day crowns, even for your front teeth, just like mine right here. They have implants, bridges, root canals, and clear aligner therapy, all offered in-house, which is very rare. I tell you that every week, but I promise you, you're going to want to go to Ring Family Dentistry because they're going to be able to help you out with just about anything faster than anybody. Call or schedule an appointment, 405-621-1555, or make an appointment online at ringfamilydentistry.com. Thank you to Ring Family Dentistry for sponsoring Down to Dunk. Okay, Michele. Next statement. Chet Holmgren will finish the season top 3 in Defensive Player of the Year. Would you bet your life on it?
I'm very close to say yes. I really think that if he stays healthy, then it's going to be yes. I would just do it. I mean, for real, I'm not betting my life for real on any of this. But
part of this is that you believe he's going to stay healthy.
Yeah, I think that there is a decent chance that he gets through this season, playing more than 65 games. And among the things that we discussed, it's probably on the level of J-Dub making an All-NBA team for me. I think he's that good. I think he's top 2, top 3 best defenders. I mean, I hear a lot of Mobley. I hear a lot of Dyson Daniels, and those are pretty good defenders. I mean, Chet Holmgren changes the way in which the other team attacks you, flat out. He's not on the same kind of level of these guys. You really need to scheme up for Chet and trying to do things in a different way, because he's not only one of the best, if not the best rim protector in the league. No. You can say that one of the Wemby is whatever. I mean, Wemby can be the best at anything and everything, but among the rest of the guys, Chet is probably the best. And he's also a guy that is not like a standard guy. He's not. If you run something different at him, he knows it. He's a very smart cerebral defender where you don't beat Chet Holmgren. He's just better than you, flat out. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think if he's healthy, there's no question. I think he's going to have a chance to win it, because I do think the Thunder will again be the best defensive team in the NBA, and he will be the anchor of it. And so I do think he's going to have a chance to win it. Top 3, if he's healthy, feels like a lock to me.
Yeah,
especially with the Cavs flamed out with Evan Mobley. Like, he's the thing that's so difficult in the NBA is winning a regular season award, flaming out, faster than you should have in the playoffs, and then the next year earning that award again. Like, you have to be so phenomenal to make that happen. And so I do think that the Cavs disappointing that there's not going to be a whole lot that they do this season that's going to make people believe in them until they see it in the playoffs. So I do think everyone's going to take a hit because of that. Now, Wemby, if he stays healthy, I think he's going to win it because everybody's falling all over themselves to give him that award. If he reaches 65 games, you better believe that guy's going to get the award, because everyone is falling all over themselves to make sure that he gets the award. He's a great defender. If the Spurs are the 11th best defense and he wins it, I might be throwing a fit. I might be throwing a little bit of a fit over here. That might happen, because I believe the Thunder will be the number 1 defense, and Chet is going to have just as big of an impact. And I know it doesn't, I think the fact is, it just doesn't look the same, because everything Wemby does looks spectacular, because he's 7'6" or 7'7" or whatever he is now. He's growing every second of the day. I don't know what he's going to be. And not to take anything away from Wemby, but Chet and the Thunder are truly special, truly special. And I do think that there has to be a better way to kind of commemorate that. And I know Lou Dort got all defensive first team. That's great. Very well deserved. And you had Dub on the second team. To me, it doesn't really, looking back, and if you just use the awards to look at it, the Thunder don't, through the awards lens, don't look like one of the most special teams ever on the defensive end, which is what they were. And so I don't like that we get on the other side of this and you have to actually like go back to tell the story about how special they were defensively, and that the awards don't really dictate that. Some of it is that like Caruso wasn't eligible to be on that team. Chet obviously wasn't eligible. Hartenstein wasn't eligible. So like there's a lot of things, there's a lot of reasons for that. And it's part of why like maybe the 65 game rule is a little silly. And so it does, and I'm not saying like there was certainly a path for that, but I just say like I just kind of hate looking back that you have to retell the story of this team being so special. And I hope that this next year, I think that they will be just as special, if not even better. That there will be a way to be able to show like how special this team is defensively, because they are all time special.
Just a quick trivia for you. We don't have time, but I will do it anyway. Guess how Chet impacts in terms of on-off compared to the other Thunder player. Shooting accuracy at the rim.
Oh, is it like 20% difference or something?
No, it's minus 10.4. But like minus 10.4, it's not correlated with a normal defense. When he's off the court, there is either Hartenstein or J. Will. The defense is still very good.
So good.
OKC is a very good rim defense, even without Chet. Like to go from very good to, hey, you're not scoring. And it's not just on the percentage, it's also on the volume. He's actually taking away corner threes and shots at the rim. The percentage in corner threes is getting up, so that is something to say and to notice. But the volume of the shots at the rim and the volume of corner threes are lower when he's on the court, and the frequency, the accuracy is just abysmal. That is insane.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's absurd.
Yeah,
that doesn't even make sense. Okay, next one. Brooks Barnhizer will be on the team. Will be on the team in 3 years. Are you betting your life on it?
No, I'm not betting my life.
I just want to know how much. Honestly, this is just a test to see like how much does Michele want to live. Honestly,
Yeah, I do want to live. Barnhizer looks very good. I think that it's more likely than not that he will be on the team, just because OKC treats second round players, second rounder or just undrafted players in this way. So it's likely that he will get a contract, but he can also have like the Dillon Jones. I was not convinced on Dillon Jones, by the way. I would have not bet my life on him.
Yeah. I
will bet a nickel. We can bet a nickel if you want. Do you remember when you used to bet pizzas and you end up owing me like 4 or 5 and we just stopped like betting pizzas?
Yeah, I still owe you a lot of pizza.
Yeah. Well, anyway.
Don't let me forget. Let me forget.
I won't. I'll just remind you from time to time.
I like Brooks Barnhizer. I think that he fits the Thunder in so many ways. Like it's not hard to imagine a world where he makes it in Oklahoma City. Like it's not difficult to imagine. Like he has the same mindset of many of the guys on the team. He plays in a way that fits exactly the way they play. Now it's really going to come down to how does he contribute offensively? Because he occupies the way that he scored in Summer League was like either off cuts, which absolutely great. That's going to work. Or it's in the mid range, which he's not exactly a guy who is going to be someone who occupies mid range space. He is a guy that is going to be a corner 3 kind of guy, with the kind of role that he is going to have offensively. And so can he make a corner 3 is like a huge question. And if he can, he's going to be here because I think that he does all the other stuff well enough. And if he doesn't, then it's up for debate, with what happens with him. Like even coming off, does he even get off the 2-way contract?
Yeah.
Is a question. And like that's nothing. And also, I just like want to like emphasize that like what an accomplishment it is to get a two-way contract.
Yeah.
Like so many guys that would love to have not only a two-way contract, but a two-way contract with the Thunder is a very, very coveted spot in the NBA. It is not even close to the same, in my opinion, as many other teams. It's not equal. It's not equal. A two-way spot on the Thunder is so different compared to like a two-way spot for Miami or for other teams, because like the Thunder have used these spots to do real development, and the Thunder have the G League team here because it matters that much to them to be able to help nurture and grow these two-way players. There are guys that would love to have the last two-way spot, for the Thunder. So many guys that want to have that spot. The Thunder really care about it. They care about it. They've shown they spend their money on the blue. They spend their money to keep these guys close and to monitor them and to develop them and to make it to where their life is just basketball. I mean, it's pretty incredible. Like all the resources that the Thunder put forward for that spot. And you look at other organizations, like it's just not the same. And so like for Brooks to be targeted like he was in the draft, to be given the two-way spot, it is a big deal for him, for his life, for everything. Even if nothing else pans out for him, it was a huge deal for Adam Flagler to get the two-way spot with the Thunder for as long as he did, and he's moved on. But man, what a blessing for him and for his family and for everything, for him to actually get that spot and to be able to be on this team and to be able to develop under the watchful eye of the Thunder is a huge deal. So whatever happens with Brooks, like he's already accomplished a lot, and it's a huge deal. But I do happen to believe in him quite a bit. Like I think that there will be stretches that he plays this season where he is getting in there and he's like, hey, we got a couple weeks of Brooks Barnhizer to kind of see what's going on. I think that will happen. Okay, next one. Isaiah Hartenstein will be on this team in 2 years.
So it basically means OKC will pick up.
Will they pick up the team? Will they pick up the team option?
I think that they will pick up the team option. I'm not sure that means that he will stay here.
Okay.
I'm more convinced that he will pick up the team option compared to the fact that he is actually going to stay. Because I think that just give yourself like a trade where you get in maybe a TPE by trading Hartenstein. That makes too much sense. You never know what happens. And so the option thing is something that I'm like not reasonably sure. I would do that. There is a thing that I'm not sure, because I don't know what Hartenstein would want, is to renegotiate declining the team option, extending that deal. I think that they can do that. And that would make so much sense for OKC. If you are able to sign Hartenstein to a contract similar to the one of Lu Dort, that is something that I would really think about. I know that in the playoffs, Hartenstein was not the best in the top 5, I think, most of the times. But, he's such a regular season insurance. And it's like at 18 million, 16 millions, that is probably a bargain anyway.
Yeah.
So I would not bet my life just because I think that the financial crisis will happen in OKC. And I think that Hartenstein is a very easy piece to see going away because he has a value. And if not, you can cut ways without anything in terms of paying a price to do that. So there is a chance in which Thomas Sorber is very good, or J Will explodes as, hey, I can really bomb. That was not a fluke. and now I'm taking 6 threes per game, and I hit like 45% of them. That is a great player to have, and you can probably bet on them covering for what Hartenstein can do for you in the playoffs. And still, to today, the best lineups for OKC are the ones with Chet at the center with no Hartenstein. So, short answer, no, I'm not going to bet my life on.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens there. The Thunder are going to have a lot of options. You know, and some of it, like, it could be as simple as like, hey, Thomas Sorber is really good.
Yeah.
And we can replace the minutes and still have a manageable number on our cap sheet, and we can let Isaiah Hartenstein go. Like it could be as simple as that.
Yeah.
Or it could be like, hey, Isaiah's like, hey, I would love to stay. I'll take 4 years at $18 million per. And then you're like, all right.
80 million per season, you mean? You said 80 million per. I said,
18.
Wow, 18.
Sorry.
No, 18, it's very good.
18
I would actually do that.
I would do it. 100% I would do that. And that to me feels wrong because I just don't know that he would. But maybe he would. Maybe he'd want to stay. I have no idea. I can't talk about the motivations on either side because I don't know. But Sorber being able to play at a high level could push this whole thing along. And then maybe you do trade Isaiah. And like you get back expiring contracts and a draft pick or whatever it is. You know, like you could. There's a lot of ways to make this work. Okay. Next one. Cason Wallace will be on this team in 3 years.
I see Cason as a guy who's just too good to be here. To be honest with you.
Okay.
I think that in 3 years, OKC will not be able to afford him. Quite frankly, maybe it's just projecting too much because if you look at the stats right now, those are not stats that warrants you a 20+ million salary. But I think that between Hartenstein and him, I would probably bet that one of the two stays. But to decide which one, it's very, very hard. Probably Hartenstein will be a little bit cheaper, but Cason will be a little bit more useful. So what do you decide? It's a very good question. And I have no idea what Cason would want. I mean, if you tell me, hey, if you pay him 22 million, he's going to be here 22, 25, I would probably try to sign him.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it just depends on the heights that he reaches offensively.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like Herb Jones just got an extension, right? Like,
yeah.
And Herb is an outrageous defender. He's incredible. Let me see what Spotrac has Herb Jones at. Because that to me is like, is that in your opinion, is that like the player? He's not obviously the same player, but like I'm thinking of a guy whose value is on the defensive end.
Yeah. I think that
so
Herb
he's getting
Jones might be a little bit better defensively today.
Okay. So Herb Jones's extension is, so he makes 13.9, 14.8. His new extension kicks in at 20.8, 22.5, and 24.1. Yeah,
that's something that is a number where I will be very comfortable signing Cason.
That's where it's funny because
but Cason is better.
I think Cason's value is outrageous. I think it's like very much a guy who it's easy to see what he brings to the court. It's easy to see the value that he has.
Yeah.
But defense is just not rewarded in the same way offense is. And it never really has been in the NBA. Like you have to have something like super elite. So if he makes like a big leap as a shooter or as a facilitator, or there's a lot of ways that he can make a leap. But if he does, then we're probably talking about a different kind of guy. A
Yeah,
guy
but
that could be more like Drew Holiday, I think, is a guy
yeah,
reached some heights as an offensive player and a defensive player that allowed him to become a guy that got paid a lot more than the guys like Marcus Smart and even a guy like Lou Dort or whoever else that are mostly guys that are your fifth starter offensively, but defensively they're your best guy.
yeah. I just wonder if we. I mean, I'm reasonably sure that Cason Wallace is not the guy that you pay 30 million today.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would not rule out the chance of a team taking a flyer like OKC did with Hartenstein and him taking a flyer on himself. Like, suppose that OKC tries to sign him at 100 million, 90 million for 4 years, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he might get a 2+1 that is worth the same, with 2 years guaranteed and the third one being a team option. I would bet on that if I'm Cason. And maybe this is my contract, like the contract I sign. But hey, you can think about him getting maybe minutes to be played, a little bit more minutes to be played.
Mm-hmm.
And then what? Because in OKC, you probably either you do, okay, Cason, we are actually moving on from every other premier defender we are going to start, and maybe that makes him stay. But if not, you're talking about having Lou Dort ahead, having maybe Caruso ahead in the pecking order. And then why are you really want to stay in OKC? To do what? To win another title? Great. But you already have one. And you are a role player. And the point is, I know that this will sound probably heartless, but it's going to be about money. And I'm not sure that OKC is a team that can offer him the best money proposition. And I don't think that OKC wants to be the team that offers him the best money proposition, because right now OKC has to be extremely mindful of when they put their money. And so
I think it's going to be a fascinating one. I can see both sides of it. There also might be the case that like the Thunder have put together really something special by the time it's time to talk about him, and they've won multiple championships, and it's like, hey, I just want to be a part of this. Like, is that impossible? It's not impossible. I think that the Thunder, I think
unlikely.
That part of the thing that, running through some of this is like, hey, there are a lot of possibilities.
Yeah.
There are a lot of possibilities with the Thunder and what happens with Hartenstein and with Cason Wallace and with Barnhizer and Topic and AJ. Like there's not one track that they're going to be on with who's going to be on this team, long term. Like there's not, we just don't know, and we also just don't know like what happens with their draft picks next year. Does the Sixers draft pick convey in the lottery? And if it does, then wow, okay. Well, then there's something that that's supposed to be a really good draft. Maybe they can get somebody that is really helpful where you maybe don't need to pay one of these guys. Like you just don't know. Like we just have no clue what's going to happen. But we do know the Thunder are set up just in an incredible way, and it's exciting. It's very, very exciting. And like Taylor Venus makes a good point. Like the current CBA makes restricted free agency really tough. Some of it is there was nobody that could have possibly paid a lot of these guys. And also a lot of these players that are left in restricted free agency are like square peg, round hole kind of situations. Like what are we doing with Cam Thomas and Josh Giddey and Kuminga? Like it takes a very specific circumstance for a lot of those guys, to make it. Cason Wallace is a little bit different. Cason Wallace could play for every single team in the NBA.
Yeah.
And so
that is why, I mean, that is my exact thought. Like, you don't have to think about him as, hey, I'm maxing him out because I want to steal from OKC. I don't think that will be actually needed.
Yeah.
I think you can just give him a like a very short contract. I'm not sure how short it can be because it is an extension, but I mean, I'm not sure how many guaranteed years, probably 3. But I would do it anyway, like a 3+1, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't think OKC can match it. And yeah, we'll see. But again, I would probably not bet my life on him being here in 3 years. In 2 years, yes. I don't think he will be traded because there is a lot of value in keeping Cason Wallace through his rookie scale deal.
Yeah. I think there's a chance he's around. I think that like
there is a chance.
That Hartenstein is gone, that Sorber is good, that J. Will is good, and that you keep Cason Wallace. I think that possibility is there.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. Hope everybody's doing well. Appreciate everybody. I mean, we got a lot of people here in the chat here on a Monday, July 28th with nothing going on in the NBA. So we're grateful for that. If you could just like the video, share it, tell your friends about our show. If you haven't done that, very much appreciate that. Hope everybody's doing great. We'll talk to you guys again on Wednesday.